1893, the Chicago Limited Express left New York for the metropolis of the West. A writer for Harper's Weekly was aboard one of George Pullman's luxurious sleeping cars, made in Chicago. The Belgian linen and fine English china came from Chicago's merchant prince, Marshall Field. The menu featured beef and pork from Swift and Armour, Chicago's famous meat packers. The writer enjoyed the best the miraculous city could offer. The city that had opened the prairies and transformed the continent. The city that seemed to portend the future, for better or worse.
Chicago was the shock city of America, and some reacted to that vision of the future with horror. This is not the place we want to go. This is not what we want to be. And others with great excitement. This is what the world was becoming. It was a world of endless opportunity.
He was headed for this city of opportunity that lured people from the East.
The architect Louis Sullivan thrust his hand up in the air and said, "This is the place for me."
The city of opportunity that lured people from 14 nations.
They were pulled out to Chicago to do the dirtiest, hardest work imaginable, and they were despised for it.
He was headed for the lawless city where politics was more than ballots.
The term right-hand man, I really believe, started in Chicago because you wanted someone who had a good right. It was a tough business, politics.
The explosive city of the new industrial age where there were no rules in the battle between capital and labor.
They were revolutionaries. They felt that perhaps with a single act of violence, capital would just crumble and a new society would take shape.
The city where people, driven by profit, were blind to nature.
Chicago is situated magnificently for trade, but it's a pestilential swamp. It's a horrible place for a city. It's an absolute hellhole.
Children were playing with maggots as if they were little pets.
The Harper's writer was bound for the World's Columbian Exposition, celebrating the 400th anniversary of Columbus's voyage of discovery. It would be the grandest World's Fair ever. No matter what the wonders of the fair, he alerted his readers, Chicago itself will be the most surprising.
Chicago is a crucible for the larger transformations that the country was undergoing. From agriculture to industry, rural isolation to the crowding of urban life, from the seasons and the movements of the sun dictating our rhythms to the movements of the punch clock. All of those will come to define America, and all of those are on display in the city of the century that was Chicago.